Have you ever felt a presence? Something just behind you? Something you couldn't explain? Something that watches you, waits for you? What would you do if you heard a whisper in the dark? A voice you couldn't place, calling your name? Would you run, or would you listen? Emily is a caring and hardworking nurse who works the night shift at a small, quiet hospital. She grew up in a small town and has always been somewhat sensitive to strange things happening around her, though she prefers to ignore them. After losing her parents in a tragic car accident a few years ago, she moved to the city, hoping to start a new life. But the nightmares and eerie feelings never left her. Now she is more determined than ever to push through her fears, not wanting to believe in the supernatural. Little does she know, she is about to face something she can't explain. Emily walks into the hospital, her tired face reflecting a long shift ahead. It's 11:30 p.m. and the hallways are quiet. She unlocks the door to the nurse's station and takes her seat. The lights flicker. She glances at the clock and sighs. Another long night. Emily, talking to herself, just a few more hours. I can do this. The nurse station is quiet, only the soft beeping of monitors and the distant sound of doors opening and closing. But Emily feels uneasy. Something feels off, but she pushes it away. It's just the late hour, she thinks. As Emily walks toward the supply closet to grab some bandages, she hears it, a soft whisper. Her heart skips a beat. She stops, looking around the hallway. The hospital is empty. Whispering voice, Emily. She freezes. Her breath catches in her throat. No one is around. She brushes it off as her imagination, but deep down she knows it wasn't just in her head. Something was there. But what? Emily. I'm just tired. It's nothing. But the voice doesn't stop. It's faint, like a memory just out of reach. As the night progresses, Emily is called to room 312. A new patient, Mr. Jameson, has been admitted for what seems like a simple case of exhaustion. But when Emily enters, she sees something strange. Mr. Jameson is staring at the wall, wide-eyed, whispering something under his breath. Emily, Mr. Jameson? Are you all right? He doesn't answer. Emily approaches and touches his shoulder. He jolts up, his eyes wild with fear. Mr. Jameson, it's in the walls. It's in the walls. It's whispering. It's calling my name. Emily, what do you mean? What are you talking about? He doesn't respond, only shakes his head in terror. His fingers scratch at the walls like he's trying to escape something. Emily is unsettled. She calls for the doctor to sedate him, but deep down she feels a cold shiver running down her spine. As the night goes on, Emily begins hearing the whispers more frequently. In the halls, in the supply room, even in the locker room. Always the same voice, always calling her name. Emily, come closer. We're waiting. We've always been waiting. Emily starts to lose her grip. Her once logical mind begins to bend. She checks the security cameras, but there's nothing there. No one. It's just the silence and the whispers. Emily, this isn't real. This isn't real. It's just the stress. I need to rest. She heads to the break room, hoping to calm herself. But as she walks in, the room feels colder than it should. The lights flicker again, and then the whispers are there, louder than ever. Emily, you can't escape us. We are part of you. We are everywhere. Emily spins around, her heart pounding, but she's alone. Her breath is shaky and her skin feels clammy. She looks at the clock. 3 a.m. It's almost over. Just a few more hours. Emily returns to Mr. Jameson's room, hoping to check on him. But as she opens the door, she finds him sitting up in bed, staring at her with a knowing smile. Mr. Jameson. You hear them too, don't you, Emily? Emily, what do you mean? Mr. Jameson, they've been calling you for years, Emily. They've been waiting for you, for the one who can hear them. You never left. They never left. Suddenly, Emily's vision blurs. The lights flicker and the temperature drops. The walls seem to stretch, whispering louder now, forming words. Join us, Emily. Come closer. Emily, no. Leave me alone. But it's no use. The shadows in the corners of the room start to move, creeping toward her. She tries to run, but her legs feel heavy, as if the floor is pulling her back. Emily, what do you want from me? Mr. Jameson, we want you, Emily. You were never meant to escape. You're one of us now. The whispers are louder. The shadows are consuming everything. Can you hear them? The whispers, they're always there, waiting for you. Will you listen? Or will you join them?